everyone. Welcome to CSTV Sports. This is the Weekly Catch. I'm Alex Valbergs.
And I'm Barchitta.
And we're just going to get right into it with a couple topics in sports today. Even though the NFL is in its off season now, the Combine's coming up, there's still trash talk on Twitter that's caught everybody's eye. Darrelle Revis, he's throwing some smack talk at Richard Sherman. What do you think about all this?
Well, personally, I like a little trash talk in the NFL. It gives fans something to look forward to in the upcoming season. But Sherman's has a lot of feistiness in him, but I kind of see why. I mean, stats don't lie. Obviously, Revis has been the best corner since he's been in the league. But, Sherman's got 12 picks in 2 years. Yeah. Revis has 19 in his career, and he's been in the league 3 more years. So, I mean, I can see where Sherman's coming from, but I still, you got to love Revis, though.
Yeah, well, Revis is probably the best cover corner in football. But,
definitely.
Picks don't say everything. The reason why he has 12 picks in 2 years is because they throw at him. Nobody throws at Revis when he's on the field, but he hasn't been on the field a whole lot the past couple of years. He's been injured a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I still, I like Twitter. I am on Twitter. I don't know if you are.
I'm on Twitter.
We're both on Twitter, but people get in trouble. I don't know why these athletes do this thing. It seems just like it's more trouble than it's worth.
I know, yeah.
You have millions of followers. You're all over Twitter, and you throw this trash talk out, and you get in trouble with the team. I don't know. It just seems like it's more trouble than it's worth. But I still don't think these guys are as much of an impact player as like J.J. Watt or Von Miller or Aldon Smith.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, obviously you throw away, again, the reason why Revis doesn't have so many picks is because he's a true shutdown corner. You're not going to throw to Revis' side. But there's another corner, that's going to affect the team. You can score 4 touchdowns, win the game by throwing to Antonio Cromartie's side, and Revis can have no picks, no effect on the game because you're not throwing to his side. So, but I could definitely agree with you more. J.J. Watt, obviously Defensive Player of the Year. Von Miller is a beast, and definitely have more of an impact on the whole total defense. But Revis and Sherman, you got to love them as players, though.
Yeah, they're both really good players. But moving to the NBA.
Right. Today was the NBA trade deadline, and surprisingly, there was not too many big trades made.
Josh Smith wasn't dealt.
Right, Josh Smith was the key factor to a lot of teams. The Nets were looking at him. Spurs, a lot of teams.
Celtics.
Right, and he's staying in Atlanta. A couple days ago, the Lakers general manager came out and saying that Dwight Howard was not on the move, that he was going to be the future of the Lakers. Now, that's a pretty bold statement because considering the history and the kind of players that they've had. Do you agree with that? You think Dwight can have his statue outside the Staples Center, as the general manager said?
It's tough to say right now with Dwight because he's still recovering from that back injury. He's even said it himself. He's not 100%. Mm-hmm. I would wait until he comes back, and if he is 100%, we'll see how his back is and how he performs. Because Kobe, Kobe lives and breathes with basketball, but eventually he's not going to be putting up 25 a game. He's going to have to either pick a different role or retire.
Right.
Who knows which one he'll do. He's going to keep playing, but eventually Kobe is not going to be the star of this team, and someone has to do it, and that's why they made this trade to get Dwight, because they didn't think Bynum could do that, and they think Dwight can, but we'll have to wait and see see how this back heals, because sometimes back injuries are serious. If it doesn't heal right, and he is never the same, he doesn't jump the way he used to, maybe he won't be the future. I don't know.
Right, but if you watched the game last night, he shut down Kevin Garnett, and the Lakers, did very well. Again, the Lakers look like they make it. From last night's Lakers, they look like they can make a push.
Yeah, it's one game. I mean, this team's been really inconsistent all year. We've talked about that before on previous shows.
Right,
but
definitely. But in another Laker news, Jerry Buss, the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, 10 championships. He died 80 years old early in the week. Big ceremony last night. They have the patch now on the jerseys. Kobe Bryant had a very emotional speech. Got a little goosebumps from that. So this guy's had numerous success. Have probably one of the greatest basketball teams that's ever been in this country. So Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant. Who would be your best Laker of all time?
Oh, there's so many good ones. I mean, Jabbar, there's Worthy, Kobe, Magic. Wilt played for the Lakers for a while. Mm-hmm. I probably have to go Magic Johnson just because I love players that will make anyone around them better. Magic was 6'9". A lot of us, our age, we didn't get to see him play, but he was 6'9". He was a point guard. Mm-hmm. There was times where he could play all 5 positions. He could play guard, forward. He played center. He had that famous hook shot in the finals.
Yeah.
You know,
Magic's a great player.
I love players like that. I love Jason Kidd early in his career. He just made everyone better. Steve Nash, guys like that. So I would take Magic, although I think Kobe Bryant is still one of the 10 to 12 best players of all time, too.
Yeah, that would honestly be my pick, Kobe Bryant. You know, like you said, we didn't watch Magic growing up, but, you know, since we've been little basketball fans, Kobe Bryant's been our guy that we've watched, and he's an incredible player, scorer, defender. As you saw in the All-Star game the other night, if you haven't seen, stuffed LeBron James. That was pretty incredible.
Of course, Kobe takes everything seriously, even takes the All-Star game
yeah. But, you know, the 5 rings, 30,000 points.
I mean, it's not often that a franchise has 2, 3, 4 of the best 15 players of all time,
especially in basketball. You know, that hasn't been a lot. You know, the Yankees forget it.
I mean, even if you don't count Wilt as a true Laker because he played in Philly and stuff. They still have Jabbar, Kobe, Magic. It's a tough call to pick.
Could have been top 3 and top 10 of all time.
Yeah, it's a tough decision. But moving on, the baseball is a month away, a little over a month away, and it just got me wondering. I thought it would be a fun thing to do. Who do you think are the 3 most important players for you to determine this season? I have my 3, but I would like to hear yours first.
All right, well, I got to start with Ryan Braun. You know, all the steroid talk in the offseason has, you know, trying to make me see, like, how is he going to respond to this? Is he going to have a monster MVP season? Is he going to be the MVP of the NL
MVP
again?
2 years ago, he might have had a statistically better season last year, but didn't win it. And he's a great player.
You know, great player. I like this. I like how he plays his game. You know, goes all out every game, 162 games a year. I could definitely have him. You know, in the NL again. Bryce Harper, Rookie of the Year. Like you said, he's 2 years younger than me. 2 years
younger than me, and he's already a outfield. He's
major
league outfielder. He's a stud.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a great player. I'm just jealous, you know.
Yeah, no, I'll see if he can have that sophomore slump. I don't know. I'm excited to see that. So
Nationals are one of the favorites in the National League for sure.
Right, and he's the focal point of that. Obviously, you know, with Strasburg and stuff.
Absolutely.
And in the AL, definitely Josh Hamilton. You know, the biggest signing of the offseason. You know, I really think he's the obviously, you know, the best bat in the on the market.
Yeah.
But he was that piece, I think, that is going to give the Angels that
big
push.
Left-handed bat, because they have Trout and Pujols, righties, but that puts that left-handed bat behind Pujols.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you do when you're 1 Trout, 3 Pujols, 4 Hamilton, 5 Trumbo? Trumbo's a good hitter too. He's got power.
No one's talking about Trumbo, but
that's a scary lineup.
Yeah. So how about who would be your 3?
Well, going off of Hamilton, I like Mike Trout. He's my man crush. I've had a man crush on him since he came into the league. I heard, you know, last year before he made his debut, a GM said he will be the best player in the league by the end of last year. And I thought that was ludicrous. And
I agree.
He was probably right. He had 30 home
he's
runs, 49 steals. I thought he should have won the MVP, but he didn't come up until the end of April, early May, and they were one of the best teams in baseball once he came up, because they dug themselves a hole before he came up. I think Trout plays a whole year. I think the Angels go to the playoffs and have a threat to win the World Series.
I thought he was my MVP as well, but the only thing, Miguel Cabrera, Triple Crown winner. That was the only thing that separated from him.
It was tough with the Triple Crown. I'm all about the sabermetrics and the new statistics like WAR, wins above replacement. Not a lot of people know about that, but his was like 3 or 4 wins higher than Cabrera. We're not going to get into the advanced stats right now, but
Mike Trout will have plenty of years to win the MVP.
He's only 21.
Exactly.
Must be nice.
He'll have a great career. Hopefully, injury, you know.
Another guy in the American League, Evan Longoria.
Always solid.
I love the Rays this year. I think they're going to win the AL East. I love their pitching with Price and Moore and Hellickson, and if they can get a full season out of Longoria and he can be he's their leader. Yeah. He's their best defensive player in the infield. He's their best hitter. If they get a full year out of Longoria, I think the Rays could go, you know, maybe it'll be Angels, Rays in the pennant. Who knows? But I really like the Rays this year. I think if Longoria plays a full season, they're real dangerous.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. So.
And my last player, Matt Kemp, a lot like Longoria. One of the best players in baseball. He was carrying the Dodgers in April and May last year. I think he had 14 home runs, and then he hit the injury bug, and he never really came, you know, in full strength back from that. If Kemp plays a full year, I think he can hit 45 home runs, steal 30, 40 bases.
And, you know, he's got, you know, like I said, we said last week, all the attention that they've gotten from Gonzalez and a bunch of other guys. So they're gonna forget about Kemp almost. But obviously, you know, he's their best hitter on the team. Yeah. But the pitch around him and stuff. So.
Yeah, and they have that 1-2 punch now with Kershaw and Greinke. And if Kemp and Adrian Gonzalez and Ethier can hit, there could be a dangerous team in the NL West.
No, baseball fever is around the corner.
I'm excited. I'm
snow
really
is out,
excited.
but baseball will be around soon.
Hopefully that snow will melt. I'm really excited. But that's about all the time we have for today. This is the Weekly Catch. For Paul Barchitta, I'm Alex Valbergs, and I hope to see you next week.